Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Whoops. If you are here by accident, I hope you stay. This is part 2 of a thrift haul video that or a thrift haul that I did recently that saw me in the city over 2.5, 3 days and visited a lot of my favorite haunts. Let's get right to it. These first items I bought at an art store because I think I have one here somewhere. I love this. Is it the same thing exactly? I love these little knives. It's all for brand. It doesn't, it's steel. It doesn't fail. And as I finish the blades in these plasticky ones, not plasticky, plastic ones, I will be chucking them out, never to use them again. So I think this might be my last plastic one. So I just wanted to have a second knife. It comes with, oh my God, one blade. So at the same time, I bought these this replacement package. Now this has 5 blades in it. It's just under $5. Apparently it will fit in 9mm blades, 9mm, so it's bound to fit. So I was glad to find that. This is, I've never had this before, but it's Winsor Newton brand. It was on their clearance rack. Clearance display, maybe $2.99 or something. It's Winsor Newton. It's Pro marker. It's caramel color. And, it's got a nice point on it. And another broad tip at the other, like a chisel point on the other side. So a Winsor Newton doesn't make garbage, so alcohol-based, I thought I would take a chance on that. They also had another, they must have been clearing out, I don't know, clearing out the line or whatever. There was a lime green one, but I passed on that. Okay, so I have a stack of books here that I want to get through rather quickly. I could have, I suppose, I can't remember if I bought other books elsewhere, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll do this in, again, kind of just as I come across them. So at some point, this book was priced $37.50. Let's just pull the Band-Aid off. I kind of wanted to see what the cover was like under the dust jacket. Can't really tell. Okay, let's just do it. Oh, it's pretty plain. Anyway, it is, look at it. It's basically full of these coats of arms. A whole bunch of these heraldic, is that how you say it? Heraldry, customs, rules, and styles. So color, most in black and white. There are a lot of possibilities for this. Fussy cutting, using the pages, sewn in signature, using the pages as I find them, using something like this as a belly band, a decoration, whatever. and they seem to be in a variety of sizes, so definite score there. Excuse me. Lee Bailey's Country Flowers. This is one of those, this was also from the Redwater Library. Nice end papers, although people. Excuse me. Glossy paper, but again, we know that things like this make great envelopes or pouches. There are ways to map this down if a person really doesn't like the sheen. You know, a bit of gesso, watered down gesso, wax. So again, a lot of gorgeous photography. Sewn in signatures. This is a place that basically the more books you buy, the cheaper they become. So got a steal of a deal on that as well. The next two are music books. Now this, oh no, this came from a different place. Oh, you know what? I'm confused. Don't believe a word I said. These books, there probably are more of them somewhere. Came from, yeah, well, it amounts to the same thing. You pay a bag or a bag price, you know, get as many in there as you can possibly get and pay a flat rate. This is all French. So again, nobody needs to spell out to you what music pages are for or how much we love them. Oh, more music. The Wedding March. What is this? Looks like somebody ripped up their bingo card in disgust. I haven't really found any treasures in books lately. That used to be a thing. I even remember once finding a Government of Canada check payable to somebody or other. So I don't know if they lost it and then had it reissued or what, but that's not great in these days of identity theft and all of that. So this is a book on glass etching. 46 full-size patterns. So, you know, this sort of graphic stuff kind of really appeals to me. Oh, and they're one-sided, so you know, there really are a lot of possibilities with something like this. Corner design. These guys are cool. And then some angels. Or angels or fairies. Art Nouveau, mirror, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here they are in full size glory. This book is a little over 12 inches by 9 inches. Let me save these numbers because you know they're not going to go to waste. Is this... It's a Dover publication, 1984. Okay, this book has an original price tag on it of $40. Now these are carved birds. Oh, somebody paid $5 for it at some point. Glossy paper, like that is like a decoy, I guess. but much nicer. It could be fussy cut. When I belonged to an art guild several years ago, there were at least 2, probably 3 carvers in the group as well. And the work they did was incredible. And of course, some of them did birds. Some of them did faces. So when I had a chance to buy one of those carvings where they've carved, in this case, a man's face into this piece of wood, I bought it, and of course it's hanging kind of in my entrance. So these are lovely. And I don't know, I mean, I think you really have to look to realize that, hey, those aren't real feathers. So, birds it is. Okay, what else have I got here? This is a making memories thing. And maybe I've said it, maybe I haven't. I missed the whole scrapbooking train. Paid $3 for this. Regular price was $30. Those are just sort of discounts we love. Anyway, I missed the whole scrapbooking thing. I made just a couple of, a handful of cards in my life. That didn't stop me from buying some supplies, of course. But I'm kind of reacquainting myself with them now. But okay, that's the hole for the photo, or the pocket to slide a photo in. Excuse me. So this book is a 3-ring binder in essence. So for $3, I got the binder and these. I think it was maybe 10 pages. 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 10 pages, filled on both sides. Some buttons. I like the colors. So, for that matter, if I was reusing this, I'd get rid of these sleeves. I would punch the holes straight into the paper, or I'd maybe attach a little flange or something, tab or something on the side here, so that it would still sort of fill out the binder as it was intended. But yeah, just decorate each side. And I don't know why the expression exists, but Bob's your uncle. So that was a good deal. This was a Value Village purchase. And again, as I talked about in the last video, and I think based on some of the comments, I think certainly a lot of you seem to be, or some of you seem to be agreeing with me, that a person does have to sort of pay attention to what you're doing. What I did was I opened this up in the store. Of course, you're not going to be able to see the full extent of it here. This is it quartered. So double this length, I guess from the widest point, so 12, so about 36 inches long. The trim is for almost 5 inches deep. So 36 inches times 2 plus the short end. I'm thinking, would I be able to buy a lace trim in this width and with this quality for more or less than this price? And the answer, of course, is no. I couldn't get that amount of lace like this for that price. So that's why I bought it. That's my thinking. So this has to go to the launder pile and probably end up being what do you call it, dyed as well. I didn't realize that Dollarama sold these, but I paid 75 cents for this. It's basically a box in the shape of a book. And I have several of these. Some of them are tins that were, you know, I guess held candy at one point or something. When it comes to removing these stickers, have you noticed how some of them come off so easily? Some of them come off so poorly. One thing that I've often used, and of course I would never use it on something like paper, do you know that peanut butter, like if you were removing a sticky label from, say, glass or a plate or something like that, peanut butter is a good choice. What is that stuff? That stinky stuff in a bottle called Goo Gone. That's another product, but again, it seems to leave almost like an oil slick that you have to then rinse off. Anyway, the point I'm driving at is that my husband was removing a bunch of labels from stuff that he bought recently, and the other thing that works like a hot damn is just using a heat gun, or probably a hair dryer would even do the trick, just to soften the glue. So anyway, enough about that. So this is another cool box, and I am keeping my eye out for these now because I saw a video, and I don't remember who did it, but did you see the mini books that I did in tiny little match boxes? So this lady, I saw her doing, she was making a journal for her sister, and she was going to give it to her in one of these boxes. So, like, hey, I can use that idea because it's a good one. This is another little book that I guess was tucked into that box there. A selection of familiar birds of North America, National Audubon Society. Glossy paper, but they are a nice size. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure you all said bless you, so thank you for that. You know, these are, depending on where the bird is fixed on the page, that could be, you know, tiny journal pages if you fold them in half and you're not chopping the bird in half. Or they could be fussy cut, or whatever your little heart desires. So that too was part of that fill a box thing. This is lots, so it'll probably end up in some kind of an ephemera pack. This is a roll off raffle tickets, and I like them because the font, the color maybe isn't the most practical, but I like orange, I like red. So I just thought these were kind of cool. They're a different size, they're a different shape. There are 1,000 of them. Let me just, where's the start of this? So you can see that wouldn't that be a perfect size for an altered paper clip or something? And somehow that kind of reminds me of an old-timey design, but maybe that's, I don't know. That's the thought that ran through my mind when I saw it. This is a package of 50 floss bobbins, paid 75 cents. I want to do this a little gingerly so that I can save the cardboard to cover. I should have reached for my staple puller. I think they're plastic, if I'm not mistaken, as opposed to cardboard. Oh no, they're cardboard. And they have the little hole, or the indentation there for doing the hole. It occurred to me that these little bobbins could also be used when a person just has a short, fairly short piece of ribbon, as we sometimes get, excuse me, in grab bags. And rather than putting multiple short pieces on a say a 5-inch piece of cardboard, it would be easier to just put a single selection of ribbon on these something that size. So that's why I got those. I was trying to, I keep trying to organize my ribbon in such a way that it takes up less space and also encourages me to use it. This is, I paid 75 cents for this. It's a pad of paper. You can see that somebody used at least one sheet or a couple sheets. Fancy little edge on there. Anyway, these papers I thought would make cute little signature pages, or could be a backing on a card or whatever. I could also see repurposing this as a kind of a journal-y. Mind you, this corner is smashed in. But clearly that could be reinforced and recovered. It originally was priced at $4 at Winners, cleared out at $2, and it's Punch Studio. Not that you care, but because I live on a farm and spend a lot of time in my car, I listen to audiobooks all the time. Just as a bit of trivia, do you know that the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, is that how you say it, is on 50 CDs. So, you know, it's self-help, it's fiction, it's mysteries, it's, I don't know, what does Nora Roberts write? This one is still sealed. So I always keep my eye out on these. Sometimes, okay, let's just see the sealed one. $35, 14 compact discs. I don't remember, I don't know what I paid for it, but a fraction of that, let's just say. I bought this because, well, not because it's copper, but because I kind of need a phone stand here on my desk. I don't know, to be honest, if I'm going to use it, because I would have to use the magnet mount that comes with it. And I may do that, but I bought a different kind of a stand also. So we'll see. This looks like it could be. Okay, it works seamlessly as a phone ring and a desk stand. Universal magnet mount capability. Sleek frame expands for the perfect angles and folds neatly into place. So it does swivel. They do seem to show it there in the louvered, you know, the louvered thing on your car dash that where either the hot or the cool air comes out of. So that's another possibility, I guess. For $1, I thought it was worth the experimenting. Paid 99 cents for, I think is a Salvation Army type sticker. It's called File It. It is 10 inches by, if I can make this go the way it's supposed to, 5.5 inches. It's got, it's got these posts, these 2 posts, and all you need is a screwdriver. And it's got these plastic pouches. So I don't know if I'm going to use this maybe as a travel ephemera holder, like if I'm going somewhere and I want to take some work to do with me. You know, fussy cutting, stuff like that. I don't think I would turn it into a travel journal, although it certainly could be. What does it say here? Hutchings and Patrick Incorporated, Ottawa, Canada. Anyway, I thought that was a very good deal. This is, now you can't probably see the whole thing, but it's a brand new box of drawer liners. And it's bejeweled. Same brand as that paper, Punch Studio. It came from Winners. Cost $10 originally. I like buying drawer liners whenever I see them. Number one, because the artwork is usually incredible. You get several pieces of paper. How does it say how many we? Oh, 5 sheets. And usually it takes a bit of something, a concerted effort to flatten these things out. But it's usually a very attractive scent. Gardenia scented. But look at these birds. Look at that pattern. Birds and butterflies and berries. The 3 B's of journaling. Just great. So what I'll do after the video is put this under one of the cutting mat on my standing desk, and let it stay there for a few weeks until it flattens out somewhat. What I tend to do after it's a little more manageable, because frankly this is hard to work with. Oh, I should measure it for you. 16 inches by, actually it's probably on the box. 16.5 by 22. So what I typically do once I've got the pages or the papers flattened out is, maybe cut them into signature size pieces. And that way they get used instead of forgotten under the cutting mat. This was the thing you heard fall earlier. 75 cents. This is a Victorian Book of Days, so and I think I flipped through it. I don't think anybody wrote in it at all. But of course it's got the lovely images. A person could use the, sewn in, so could use these pages, 8 inches by 6.5. They'd have to be folded in or trimmed or something. Some text, some cute little corner images, some full page images. These things, I guess it's those sheets that are now wafting through the office. A lovely, lovely book for less than it costs to buy. What can you get for 75 cents? This was, where did I get these things? I don't remember anymore. Don't seem to have price tags on them. These are beads. And I thought that's kind of that fresh green color. So this might have been no, I was going to say the place where you buy things by weight. This is a little pouch, I guess a little makeup thing. So there's a little mirror in there. Cute little fabric. Again, I have a weakness for things like this. This must have probably been a gift with purchase from Burt's Bees. I've got these jingle bells. I'm not quite sure why. Santa's not counting on me to provide them to him. I do have an actual piece of harness with, you know, vintage bells that hangs in our entrance just as a bit of a focal point. So I'll stop the jingling. These, maybe this is from the place that, I know that this baking pan, and again, we've already established that I'm no baker, I'm no cook. Do it because I have to. This is Wilton brand. It's 13 by 9. I bought it for dyeing paper, like with a tea bath or coffee or whatever. So I'll add this to my collection. I have another 1 or 2 of these, so you can have multiple things on the go at the same time. This is just, well, what I would call like a little apple basket, because this is how apples used to be sold. This has no markings or anything on it, so I'm sure it's not that old, but it's one of those nostalgia cute things that that sometimes a person gravitates to. The scissors. These are not scissors. These are needles. These are sewing needles. And if you saw my Temu haul video, you know that one of the things I bought was this lovely wood and brass needle holder. So I could transfer all these guys into there. Mind you, those eyes are very small. I'd probably want a kind of a selection of needles. You know, have some with bigger eyes and smaller eyes. Anyway, that is good. Found this spool of thread. Hey, it matches those beads. And then these, they're just plastic, but they're a little tiny elastics. I don't know, is that for jewelry making? Anyway, these little plastic clips. So I will add that to my to where I have my paper clips. Okay, I should probably speed up a bit. Okay, let's go for this. This was definitely from the place where you buy stuff by the pound. I'll just make a wee pile here. Oh, sorry about that. Probably been making too many videos and talking too much. I'm not sure what this is. It's got some stretch to it. It's almost like a honeycomb design. So I bought it either to use with my gel plate or paper dyeing. So, I mean, it's a good size. It's clearly bigger than a piece of paper. Probably would almost do 4 pieces of paper. So that's a good, made in the US. So that is a handy thing to have around, especially when you want to do batch dyeing and create some layers. There were these, it's got lint on it from other things, 100% cotton tea towel Marion Bright. Now there were others. I only picked one because I don't know. I haven't really ever done anything Christmassy. Maybe this year will be the year, who knows. Of course, 100% cotton takes dye very well. This is a piece of clothing. And now that I've shown it to you, I will be deconstructing it. So it's one of those with kind of a t-shirt type thing underneath. Oh, the little flouncy thing at the bottom is see-through. Oh, this was kind of a good choice. Okay, what I'll do is I'll separate this bottom part, because this would be cool for fabric flips or whatever. The main reason, though, that I bought it was for this top layer. It's kind of a, you know, it's got some design running down the center. And it's got this meshy type thing on the side, which also would be cute in clusters. Oh, I can see there's some snags here. So, you know, obviously a person will have to pick and choose what, you know, the parts that are good or the parts that are deliberately, if you want to grungy stuff. Even a sequin or two? Or am I seeing things? Anyway, really, and it's actually front and back. Sometimes they just do the fancy stuff. Oh, here's a big snag. Sometimes they just do the, oh yeah, they do have sequins sewn in here and there for a little bit of sparkle. What am I trying to spit out here? Sometimes they just have the decorative overlay on the front of the top, but this is all over. So, and this is kind of a denim-y blue, kind of not ombre, but you know, variegated colors. So that is definitely a good one. By the way, I like to do some of this salvaging, harvesting, whatever, in bed as I'm watching TV at night, if I haven't stayed in the studio too long. Now, as a mother, I only had one daughter, and as a nana, I only have grandsons, so I never get to see or you know, the current little girl clothing. I picked this up just because of this lace collar. I thought it had possibilities. And these cute little rose trim things here. So I can cut that off, and I have two little... most of us love a polka dot. This is kind of a minty green, and there are 4 layers of lace around the bottom. So again, and what could this have possibly weighed? Not much at all. So I'll run that through the washing machine and then begin taking it apart. Another thing that was in that place were these 2 little pieces of furniture. Look, it even opens. Now, I don't know about the scale. This is 6.5 tall. The chair is 3.5 almost. Just really cute. Maybe someday my dollhouse will get built and I'll need furniture, so that's why I've got that. I don't know what this is. Billabong. That's a clothing brand, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I bought it just for the mark making capability of this edge. So I'll have to try that out either on the gel plate or, you know, if a person has gessoed something. So there's that. Okay, what else can I show you? Oh, whoops. These things that I just took out of there, I brought them home in this purse. Now this purse, unless I'm totally losing my mind and my ability to detect things, is leather. Oh, Santa tree ornament. It has these sections. Now, I love this, and I would totally use this. Except I have way too many purses. So what I intend to do, okay, there's a tear there. What I intend to do is cut this apart and get the leather, salvage the leather. I don't think it is aired yet. There will be one of my 100-day projects showing a use for leather. So that's kind of why I gravitated to this as well. But anyway, love it. Okay, let's carry on. Let me check the time. Okay, I'll try to talk a little faster and move things along. Again, at the place where you weigh stuff, I picked up, I think I just counted out 10 of these, just because 10 is a good number. Hanging file folders in kind of a dove gray color, so nobody needs to have it spelled out how good that is. Because I never think of bringing my bags in. I picked up this bag while I was there, and I started putting some of my smaller items in. But of course, it's only paper. What could it possibly, how much weight could it possibly hold? I like the pattern. And it's got a bit of glitter on it. It's got a stripy thing. So I bought it, and some satin ribbon. I bought it to salvage the paper and use as a journal cover. And again, those colors are totally, they feel springy. They're bound to appeal to pretty well anybody's taste. This was just a little plain white craft bag. Put that in my stash. Oh dear, I think that the rest of this, well, let's just get to it. I'll do a few more items and then obviously have to quit for the day, or quit for this video. How's that for hot pink, guys? So this is exactly what I was talking about. One of those tops that has kind of, you know, decorative front, but it's only the front. But again, these medallions, these motifs could be cut out. This is nice. Also, I do have a lot of things collected for a boho journal, and to my eye, there's nothing better than mixing hot pink and orange. So I love that combo. It's also one of those things, now mind you, there won't be a great deal of waste here, but there will be, you know, if there was waste, it would also be something that a person could use on a gel plate as well. And again, when you're buying this stuff by the pound, you know, some of it is heavier than others, but it's still cheaper than... Now, I bought this pillowcase just because of the shabbiness of it. And I think it's not that it's so worn, it's just that that was how the pattern originally looked. So that would be good for a shabby chic type thing. I almost never bypass a doily. I may have said to you already that I inherited a number of doilies, certainly made finer than that, from my mom and my aunt. So I'm not cutting into those, but that's why when I see them, I buy them. Now this, I don't know what, I guess this is, I don't know, kind of an oddball sized placemat, but I thought it's got some heft to it. Half the size is 7 3/4 by, say, 13. It could be 2 small journal covers, or, well, I guess it's, what is it, this one? Probably almost 16 inches. So that's what I had in mind there. Scarves, this is an animal print. These are my colors, so who knows, maybe, is it an infinity? No, it's not. But it's certainly a great big piece of fabric, so I might just, you know, wash this and use it for myself, since I love scarves. Here is, what is this? Oh, this is kind of this is a top of some kind. Oh, better to show you the right side. Oh, I didn't realize it too had a kind of a flouncy thing. Again, you may know that I love paisley and I love these kinds of intricate designs. It's got a gold thread running through it. So it's sheer. I can see this as being used in the boho journal or being and being used with fabric flips and so on. This, what is this? This is a scarf, and it's, I doubt that there will be a tag on it, but it's sort of that pashmina feel thing, probably acrylic, but it's one of those big oversized things. And again, rich jewel tone colors that I love. A lot of possibilities here as well. And again, if you've been to a fabric store lately, you know how darn expensive fabric is. Okay, this I guess is a wraparound skirt. So this fabric is fairly, it's a tight weave. It's nice, it's navy. But the thing that kind of attracted me to it was this very wide 7.5 inch design. So this, of course, would have been machine done. But look at how much of that there is. Could that not be lend itself to a really nice journal cover? Well, many journal covers, because the fabric is so, excuse me, so stable and attractive. This is, what is this? Pillowcase? Yeah. Somebody's monogram is on there. As well as this embroidered design. So we know the possibilities there. This is a top, still has its tags on. It was originally at Goodwill for $8, and it is that sort of velvety stuff. And we know that I love purple, and there's certainly a lot of fabric here. Look at this. Is this not the cutest thing ever? It's sort of, it's like a printed, kind of a t-shirt material, 12-month size, Carter's, so that's a good brand. Cutest thing ever. Nice, 4 nice little buttons, wooden buttons. 100% cotton, floral design. Now, obviously, when you salvage something the size that fits a 12-month-old baby, you're not getting a lot of square footage here. But again, these items, these images could be isolated, cut out, and become part of. Excuse me, I'm getting hoarse. Part of a tag, and of course, again, would take the dye well. This is another I'm so sorry. Another gigantic scarf. Again, floral themed. Two parts to the design. What else? Oh, see, I don't know what this is. It's, let's see what the fabric content is. 70% cotton, 30% polyester. It's a drawstring bag. I don't know, can you see how big this is? Okay, this is it folded in half. And it's got these handholds. So I suppose it's just an oversized shopping bag or something. I don't know. But again, it's kind of a little rough. It's got some nubs in it. It would dye beautifully, I think, because of the high cotton content. And again, it's a fair bit of fabric there. So I'll have to ponder that. Because, of course, I have way more things to deal with than I can possibly do at once. This is a cushion cover. Now this, I was going to say it's a loose weave. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. But who's going to say no to dragonflies? And it's a big one. It's 18 inches probably. Yeah, I'd say 18 inches square. Good colors. Gossamer, dragonfly wings, scrolly, swirly, flourishy things. Need I say more? Oh, this is a really long, this is, I guess, probably a king-sized pillowcase. And I bought this just because I have a big pillow and I wanted an extra pillowcase for it. This is a tablecloth. I didn't bother folding it to see or try to get a feel for the size. Fairly wide open design, but again, there are places to use something like this. And it would have cost next to nothing. At $1.25 a pound, I don't know. Is this a pound and a half? I don't know. I don't know what this came from, but I took it. I mean, I didn't take it, I bought it. Yeah, it's doubled up. So if I wanted to get take full advantage of the width, it's just a row of stitching to remove there. It's sort of a, ecru type color. Getting to the bottom of this bag, guys. I picked this up. It's a vest. It must have come from a senior because it's got one of those name tags sewn into the, where they have, where the facility's doing your laundry for you. It has kind of a cool zipper on it. It's fancy, and even the wrong side. Maybe the wrong side is nicer than the front side, to be honest. The possibilities of denim, I thought that this zipper was really nice. So, again, there's a lot of fabric there for doing something with. Just about at the bottom of the bag, guys. What is this? Oh, let me show you this and this. And I'll end up with a fantabulous piece of fabric. Another doily. Told you my story about doilies. I just picked up this glasses case because it might be better than one of the ones I'm using for one of my pairs of sunglasses. Gold legal seals. Again, don't have a plan for them, but I think that gold would probably have to be tamed down. To take away that seal look, a person could probably also just use a circle, like a 1.5 inch circle punch, and just have a gold circle if you didn't like the jaggedy edge. This is a travel guide to Croatia. Nice, tall, skinny pages, sewn binding. These kinds of things are always good for imagery and things that can be fussy cut around. So, nice. Nice. Okay, let me check the time one more time. Oh, we're approaching an hour, so better call it a day. This is a piece of clothing. But is it not wonderful? So it's this floral embroidery, and of course it's machine embroidery, I'm positive, on a black net background. Again, it's a size small, so there isn't that much fabric there, but certainly enough to jazz up projects. And I think it will be easy enough to cut into it, and you know, no matter where you cut, it's going to be something gorgeous. Oh, and these have flouncy. Look at the size of that doohickey flounce at the end of the sleeve. Let me show you. That is some kind of a fancy dancy thing going on there, let me tell you. So I, of course, would cut it here and cut it on the seam and see what shape and so on it actually is, and then decide from there what to do with it. But again, that is clearly a score. Okay, now that I've shown you all these things, I'll be able to do some laundry. I am going to stop there. I still have, I still have a box. So it looks like there's going to be part 3 to this haul. And I'm so glad that you joined me. I know that I love watching haul videos. Sometimes it makes me envious, which I try not to be. Sometimes, yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. A person thinks, "Oh, I wish I had found that." But I also know that I've scored a lot of good things over the last few years, and it's not even so much what did we get as what did we do with what we got. So to buy just for the sake of buying is not very wise. Number one, it eats into your bank account, and number two, it adds to the mental and emotional clutter around us. So I have to keep reminding myself there is more where this came from. You don't have to buy everything you see or love, even if the price is unbelievable. So it's a matter of, using some balance and some caution. Anyway, I'm going to stop here because I'm losing my voice. Happy thrifting, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.